Hi, my name is Jonathan Cooper, and today I am here to discuss with you a little about littering. Did you know that an estimated 300 pounds of trash are placed on the earth every day? Today I am here to persuade you a little about why littering is a bad thing and should be a main topic in society today. I constantly see people throw out trash or toss out a plastic water bottle or Gatorade bottle and just never go back to pick it up. This can cause major issues in society with plastic or trash migrating into areas where it shouldn't be, such as big bodies of water or animals' habitat. Roughly around 300 pounds of trash are placed on Earth every day from littering, and this can cause major problems in overpollution or pollution in places that it shouldn't be. So although the Earth is a big place, littering causes problems within big bodies of water. It can also cause problems in big cities where there's nowhere else to go, and it can also get in places such as habitats or places where animals live, and this can cause death in the animals. So first I will talk about how pollution can gather in big oceans or big bodies of water such as lakes, ponds, and streams. Second, I will discuss about the pollution that joins together in big cities. This pollution and littering has nowhere to go, so it tends to just pile up in the same area. Third, I will discuss how the pollution and littering that is dropped or left alone will eventually migrate into habitats or ecosystems and can cause death or harm to any other animal that may try to eat or swallow or get infected by the poison or littering. So first off, pollution can be a harmful substance in an ocean or a river or stream because once it gets into one body of water, it can constantly migrate to a larger body. This causes pollution as in the ocean, that is a harsh environment for fish or other swimwear that may be hard to migrate or get out of a body of water. Most of the time, plastic bottles or plastic gather around the top of the surface and can cause issues with trying to get animals or letting sunlight through. There's an estimated 14 billion pounds of pollution that crowds the ocean, and this number is continuing to rise. Pollution in the ocean can also or pollution in a big body of water can also cause another issue with drinking water. Many countries use big ponds or lakes to purify their drinking water. With pollution in the water, this limits some of the sources that people have for drinking water. This limits the amount of purified water they can have, and plastic trash can pollute water where it's undrinkable. This has been a major problem in the past years and has been tried to be fixed by having organizations raise money to clean up the beaches and stuff. Littering can cause a lot of problems in big spots of water, but it can also make damage in big cities. In big cities, pollution or littering has nowhere to go, and this can cause major buildups. For example, according to Vimal Patel, people today roughly smoke around 5.6 trillion cigarettes a day. In a cigarette, people mostly don't smoke the butt end of a cigarette, and this causes throwing it down or littering into the streets. Over time, this littering can cause pollution and backup and buildup where it has nowhere to go. This will eventually lead to my first point, where it leads into the streams or the sewer and eventually into a big body of water. This causes even more buildup with being swept into the streets and just left for anybody to pick up. More cigarette butts pile up and eventually flow into major rivers, and this brings me to my next point. Many precautions have been tried to clean up the streets, but many have failed due to the harsh and constant threat of cigarette butts being thrown into the streets. So the problem with littering in big streets and even with the ocean can also lead into my next final point, which is the habitats and ecosystems of the many different animals that have conquered or have viewed pollution or littering. So littering can lead to plastic or cigarette butts or other material that will be flowed into aquatic ecosystems or even on land. So for an example is fish getting a can tap on their neck or swallowing straws that are plastic and being unable to digest that litter. This causes death and severe precautions with the animals. So littering has many side effects that go unseen, such as animals swallowing the the plastic or any other trash, and this causes many precautions such as picking up your straws or your trash after leaving the beach, or other organizations have started raising money to try and clean up the beaches every so often to limit the amount of pollution that is getting into the water. As you can see, sea turtles are also getting can tops or straws into their system and being unable to survive and eventually dying. So my conclusion is, review of my main points is, first I talked about how pollution can become a issue by run off into the streams and eventually getting into a bigger body of water. This can cause backup in the oceans and can cause harsh conditions such as being unable to produce drinking water. This causes issues in other countries and can be a life-threatening source if not taken care of. Second, I discussed how pollution and littering can back up in big cities with such as cigarette butts or other issues that become problems, such as plastic bottles or plastic cans that have nowhere else to go. This can lead to going into sewer pipes and eventually making it just into the ocean as it has before. And then finally, how each pollution or littering that is thrown onto the ground will somehow end up in a way of an animal or even a fish or other animal's home that will be tried to eat, swallowed, or even poisoned, and this can cause death of many animals over time. Many organizations have been put together to try and raise money to help these organizations, but they are still failing because they have not got the public's assistance in trying to stop littering. So over time, littering has been a major issue that has grown over time and has tried to be stopped with organizations. So next time you think about throwing out a plastic bottle, try to think about a sea turtle or that other little monkey that may try to eat that plastic can or that plastic bottle. Try and think about saving that and keep putting it away in a good position where it is going to make it to a rightful home to be burned or put away for good instead of getting trapped in an animal's mouth or tongue or getting wrapped around them, period. Thank you and have a good day.